He continued, on our side, we have you, along with Bhishma, Karna, Kripa, Isvatha, Vikarna, Somadatta, and Salya. Many great heroes have committed their lives to support me. Our army, protected by Bhishma, is invincible. The Pandava army, led by Bhima, is clearly weaker. We will win this battle. So, I ask all of you to stand in your positions and protect Bhishma from every direction. As Duryodhana spoke, the great warrior Bhishma, the elder of the Kuru family, let out a fierce roar like a lion and blew his conch, signaling his readiness. Soon after, a loud clamor of conches, drums, and trumpets echoed from both sides, filling the air with thunderous noise. Krishna, standing with the Pandavas, blew his conch, Panchajanya, while Arjuna sounded his conch, Devadatta. Bhima, famed for his strength, blew his conch, Pandra. Yudhisthira, the eldest Pandava, blew his conch, Anantavijaya, and the twins, Nakula and Sahadeva, blew their conches, Sughosha and Manipuspaka. Other warriors also sounded their conches, and the combined noise shook both the heavens and the earth, striking fear in the hearts of Duryodhana's men. As the tension mounted, Arjuna realized the moment for battle had come. He turned to Krishna and said, "Achyuta, please take my chariot to the space between both armies. I want to clearly see who I will face in this battle." Krishna guided the majestic chariot, pulled by divine white horses, to the middle of the battlefield, positioning it between Bhishma and Drona. He then said to Arjuna, "Look, Partha, at the Kaurava army, ready and waiting for battle." When Arjuna looked around, he saw familiar faces on both sides, his uncles, granduncles, brothers, cousins, sons, and grandsons. As Arjuna stood on the battlefield, looking at his teachers, friends, and relatives all preparing for the deadly fight, he was suddenly overcome by a deep sense of compassion and sorrow. He was shaken to his core and turned to Krishna, saying, "When I see all these people, my own family, ready for battle, my body feels weak, my mouth is dry, my hair stands on end, and my entire body trembles. My bow, the Gandiva, is slipping from my hands, and I can't even stand. My mind is swirling in confusion." He continued, "Govinda, I don't desire victory, kingdoms, or pleasures anymore. What's the point of these things if it means killing our beloved teachers, uncles, grandfathers, cousins, and brothers? Even if I were promised the rule over all three worlds, I wouldn't want to fight, let alone for just this earth. War is a terrible curse. It will tear families apart and destroy the traditions we've upheld for generations. When this happens, the values we hold dear will disappear, and society will fall into ruin. The women in the family will suffer, and chaos will spread, corrupting everything we stand for. I don't want to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra. I would rather let them kill me, while I offer no resistance, than raise my arms against them. We are here because of our greed for power and our desire for a kingdom, but I no longer want to be part of this terrible destruction." With those words, Arjuna, overwhelmed with grief, laid down his bow and arrows. He sank into the back of his chariot, tears filling his eyes. Seeing Arjuna overcome with sorrow, Krishna spoke to him. "Partha, why are you so consumed by this sudden weakness? It doesn't suit a noble warrior like you. This will neither bring you honor nor heaven. This hesitation is unworthy of you. Cast off this small-minded fear and stand up, O mighty conqueror of enemies." Arjuna, deeply troubled, responded to Krishna, "Madhusudana, how can I shoot arrows at Bhishma and Drona, who deserve my respect and worship? I would rather beg for food than live off the bloodstained wealth of a victory gained by killing them. I'm trapped in a terrible dilemma. Should I fight or should I not? I can't tell if we will win or if they will defeat us. My mind is confused, and I can no longer think clearly. I am your disciple, and I surrender to you. Please guide me on what I should do. I seek wisdom from you." Krishna, with a gentle smile, delivered his famous teachings to the sorrowful Arjuna, right there between the two armies. He said, "You are grieving for those who do not deserve your sorrow, and your words are filled with unnecessary arguments. The wise do not mourn for the living or the dead. The soul, even though the body may die, is immortal. It is unborn, eternal, and beyond destruction. Partha, how can someone who understands the soul to be everlasting, indestructible, and beyond birth and death cause anyone's death or be the cause of killing? Just as a person changes old clothes for new ones, so too does the soul move from an old body into a new one when the time comes. No weapon can harm it, fire cannot burn it, water cannot wet it, and the wind cannot dry it. Even if you believe that the soul is constantly being born and dying, there is still no need to grieve. For death is certain for those who are born, and rebirth is inevitable for those who have died. Besides, as a warrior, there is no greater honor than to fight in a righteous war. If you avoid this battle, you will bring shame upon yourself, and you will be ridiculed by your peers. For a person of honor, disgrace is worse than death.